Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing today? Welcome back to another episode reaction to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is Haarute. My name is Matt. Hello, what's up? So, Buffy, what is happening everybody? So, last time on Buffy, we had an episode. I described it in the title for previous episode as like a zombie movie, but it's women. That's kind of what it was. It was really weird. There was a lot of drama regarding Sander and Cordelia, and then it got resolved at the end. And Cordelia was like, y'all can shut the fuck up about what I do with my life. If I want to date my loser, cringe-ass boyfriend, I'm going to do so. And that was the end of the episode. And that was good, actually. I really liked that. But, yes. Other things... Yeah, at the beginning of the episode, we got stuff that made me think that there could be infighting between, like, Angel and Spike. And also, Angel went to Buffy's house and left a note that said, like, soon. Which I feel like it's setting things up for some kind of important encounter sometime soon. So yeah, that's kind of about it. Patreon, check out the Patreon, check out the link in the description below or the pop-up on the screen right here. You can support the channel and you can watch the next 2 episode reactions of Buffy already. Full-length reactions, also the cool stuff. And yeah, that's it. Let us begin. So, Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 2, Episode 17. Let's go.
Passion. It lies in all of us. Sleeping, waiting, and though unwanted, unbidden, it will stir.
Okay. Alright. Oh, okay. This seems important. The scary thing about Angel is that Buffy invited him into her house so he can just get in there whenever he wants, I think. I mentioned it last week. I don't know if it made it to a reaction, but... Ooh, that was good.
Passion rules us all.
Okay.
We obey.
This is very interesting because are we meant to then take the fact that maybe Angel has some kind of attachment to Buffy? It's interesting because something akin to what Spike has for Drew and Drew has for Spike. But the judge literally touched him and was like, nah, he's clean. Versus Spike and Drew, which he said they reek of humanity or something like that. So that's very interesting. Because passion is like a human quality then, isn't it? I would assume that because it's comparable to what Spike and Drew have, so. But maybe he does have a thing. Maybe the judge was just wrong. Fuck it. He just left. Maybe he left some creepy message or some shit. Okay, this is something I thought about last week. I don't know why it took me that long to realize, but Buffy's mom is in a very bad position. In the show, she's expendable. What does that say? Oh! We need to move houses. That's what we need to do.
Giles, there has to be some sort of spell to reverse the invitation, right? Like a barrier, a no shoes, no pulse, no service kind of thing?
Hello? Excuse me, but have you ever heard of knocking?
We're supposed to get some books.
Finally, the library is operating.
This is a school library.
Yes.
Since when?
Since the first episode. Have we ever seen, like, anyone use the school library as intended? Oh, that's funny. I love that shit.
By sneaking in her room and leaving stuff at night?
I mean, Joyce is in a very bad position because she's very expendable in the show, and it would hurt Buffy a lot, so.
This is trying to provoke you. To taunt you, to goad you into some mishap of some sort.
Angel once told me that when he was obsessed with Drusilla, the first thing he did was to kill her family.
Yes.
But it's imperative that you keep a level head through all this.
That's easy for you to say.
Yes.
But as the Slayer, you don't have the luxury of being a slave to your passions. You mustn't let Angel get to you.
So what you're basically saying is just ignore him and maybe he'll go away?
Yes, precisely.
I was thinking, could we ask Jenny for help? Maybe she has a spell of some sort? We should ask Amy! Maybe Amy has a spell of some sort. Magical barrier.
Do you think you could cover my class till I show?
Will I have the power to assign detention? Or make him run laps?
She's already drunk with power.
This might help. I've been doing a little reading since Angel changed. I don't think you have that one.
Thank you.
Helpful.
I know you feel betrayed.
Yes, well, that's one of the unpleasant side effects of betrayal.
She didn't really betray y'all, though.
My duty to them was the first thing I was ever taught. I didn't come here to hurt anyone. And I lied to you because I thought it was the right thing to do. I didn't know I was going to fall in love with you.
Is that the first time she said
I
it?
just want so
Probably.
badly to make all this up to you.
I understand. But I'm not the one you need to make it up to.
I like that. That's good. It's not about him. I mean, she is helpful. And she doesn't have bad intentions, so... Oh god. I'm worried about Joyce.
Do you remember that guy, Angel?
The college boy who was tutoring you in history.
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
We're sort of dating. We're dating. Going through a serious off-again phase right now. He's just been hanging around a lot. Just sending me notes, that kind of thing.
It would be
To try to get you to
tragic,
do
kind
something
of,
stupid.
if...
I swear, make me
Willow invited Angel in one time. I remember. It was during the episode with that one dude.
try and keep happy thoughts in.
Oh boy.
Thanks for having me over, Buffy. I'm glad my parents didn't let me have a puppy.
That would have been fun, yeah.
You're still the only thing he thinks about.
Not untrue, which is weird.
For you.
Oh, these two.
Sunshine. Open wide.
I won't have you feeding me like a child, Drew.
Okay, yeah. His pride hurts. I see.
Any responsibility I can assume while you're spinning your wheels. Anything I'm not already doing, that is.
That's enough!
Oh, she's feeling something.
That's unfaithful.
I need an orb of Thessala.
Okay.
Oh, you're in the trade. Around Valentine's Day, I get a lot of tourists shopping for love potions, and
That's last episode. We can move on from that.
you do know that the transliteration annals for the ritual of the undead were lost. Without the annals, the surviving text is gibberish.
I'm working on a computer program
Technopagan.
to translate the Romanian liturgy to English based on a random sampling of the text.
I don't like computers. They give me the willies.
The obscure shopkeeper says, I don't like computer. They give me the willies. That's funny.
What are you planning on conjuring up, if you can decipher the text?
This is a good
Present for
question.
A friend of mine, his soul.
Oh, okay. Would that work on Angel?
Hey,
Hi.
I know you feel badly about what happened, and I just wanted to say, good. Keep it up.
Okay.
Oh, wait. He misses you. He doesn't say anything to me, but I know he does. And I don't want him to be lonely. I don't want anyone to.
Aw.
Buffy, you know that if I have a chance to make this
We're
up,
good here.
Okay.
Just to save it.
That's very mature. She's not putting her feelings away because that's asking for a lot, but she's putting them aside just for a second to say that Giles should go to her, or Harry should go to Giles.
This must be for you.
Oh, he's been here again.
It's for you.
Oof. Is it Joyce? Yeah! Ah! Ah, he's waiting right there. Fuck, this is bad.
Summers, I need to talk to you.
She told me she wants you to leave her alone.
Oh
I
boy.
can't do that. I need to be with her. You can convince her. You have to convince her.
Oh, he's playing the role.
I'll die without Buffy. She'll die without me.
Are you threatening her?
Please. Why is she doing this to me?
He's playing the role. Probably just for funsies.
I haven't been able to sleep since the night we made love. I need her.
Just leave us alone.
His verbis consensus recissus est.
Change the locks.
Alright. I mean, here's the thing. It's like good. He can get inside the house, but he can still, like, attack them on the road or something. Anywhere that's outside.
You're working late?
special project. She said you missed me.
She's a meddlesome girl.
Yes.
Okay, I don't want to say anything if I'm wrong, but I may have some news. Could I see you later?
Yes. You could stop by my house.
Where else has Andrew been invited? I think it's only been Buffy's and Willow's house, I think. Oh, this guy! Is he gonna get attacked? Is he secretly evil? Oh, okay.
It's me you had a visit today.
Oh, god damn it. I'm
She
afraid.
wants to know what you and the mean teacher talked about.
I'm worried someone's gonna die at the end of this episode. It could be Jenny, it could be Joyce.
That's it.
Mm.
It's gonna work.
She might get attacked right now. Flop at this. Classic.
The sign in front of the school. Formatia Transicera Edicatorum.
Oof.
Enter all ye who seek knowledge. Angel, I've got good news.
I heard. You went shopping at the local boogity boogity store.
Oh boy, he knows everything. It's bad. It's bad.
This is supposed to summon a person's soul. Store it until it can be transferred. You know what I hate most about these things?
They break easily.
I never cease to be amazed how much the world has changed in just 2.5 centuries.
Destroy the computer. She did save it in a floppy disk, though.
Ritual of restoration. Wow. This brings back memories. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Deja vu just isn't what it used to be.
Does he know what a floppy disk is? If she can get to the library, there's an armory there, so I don't know. This looks grim. Oh boy. There's no reason why anyone would be here to help her. I guess that works. Oh boy.
Sorry, Jenny. This is where you get off.
Throw it out the window. Oh, not even. That's it. That. Alright. That's a bad. Yeah.
Told Buffy's mom that he and Buffy had.
Yeah.
Well, you do know, right?
Oh, yes, sorry.
Because I just realized that being a librarian and all, he maybe didn't know.
Oh, man. A major character just died, by the way. It's hard to have levity here.
Was he the first? I don't want to know. I don't think I want to.
Yes, it was.
He was the first.
He's older than you.
I know.
A lot.
You don't get to get out of this. You had sex with a boy you didn't even see fit to tell me you were dating.
I made a mistake.
Yeah, well, don't just say that to shut me up, because I think you really did.
I know that.
But don't expect me to ever stop caring about you, because it's never gonna happen. I love you more than anything in the world. I guess that was the talk.
So how'd it go?
I don't know. It was my first.
Oh no. Oh no. Did he ever invite Angel in? I don't remember. I guess maybe he did. I'm actually legitimately really scared right now. Upstairs. Okay, he's safe for now. He's safe.
I need to make a phone call, if that's all right.
I mean, of course, it's very bad for him in terms of there's a dead body in his fucking house, so.
Passion is the source of our finest moments.
He's here to watch her reaction to it. Of course he is.
Don't you think he wants to be left alone?
He might not be safe,
Not worried
actually.
about what he wants. I'm worried about what he's gonna do.
Yeah, that's fair. Is he gonna get himself armed up? Of course. I gotta tell you, Angel's a really good artist, if anything. I mean, they know where Spike and Drew are staying, right? They know their hideouts, so... I haven't forgotten about the floppy disk. Like, there's hope there, but...
Oh, man.
That's fucked up.
Poor Jazz.
Yep.
So Giles is gonna try to kill Angel then?
Well, it's about time somebody did. I'm sorry, but let's not forget that I hated Angel long before you guys jumped on the bandwagon. So I think I deserve a little something for not saying I told you so long before now.
Dude, shut up.
There's only one thing wrong with Giles' little revenge scenario.
And what's that?
It's gonna get him killed.
Yes.
But his little pranks will only leave us with one incredibly brassed-off Slayer. I've got everything under control.
There we go. Alright, this is an encounter right here. And it's a scary one. Ooh. A couple centimeters away from doing it.
No fair going into the ring unless it tags you.
He has to fight 2 boss level vampires. I don't know if I can do it.
All right, you've had your fun. But you know what it's time for now?
Oh, thank you. Got here in time. Is he okay? He wasn't moving. Yo, how's my man Giles?
You gonna let your old man just burn?
Yeah. And he's running away. Okay.
This wasn't your fight.
Yeah, there we go.
Trying to get yourself killed? You can't leave me. I can't do this alone.
Yeah.
If we could live without passion, maybe we'd know some kind of peace. But we would be hollow. Without passion, we'd be truly dead.
I've buried too many people. But Jenny was the first I loved.
I'm sorry I couldn't kill him for you. For her. When I had the chance.
That's true.
I I wasn't ready, but I think I finally am. I can't hold on to the past anymore. Nothing's ever gonna bring him back.
The floppy disk. It's right there. Didn't know about it. Nobody knows about it, and now it just felt like hidden. That would be the real tragedy, though. The fact that like the floppy disk is right there as like a final effort that Jenny did right before she died that can like revert the angel thing, and they never find out about it. That would be the real tragedy. Okay, all right. Here we are now. It happened. Death hit, and it was good. Actually, I really liked that. So the thing about a character dying, the part of that that matters, or like that hits you really, is not the fact that they're dead. It's the fact that the people that are left are gonna feel it. That's the part that gets you, and it makes sense that halfway through the episode is when she died, and she died fairly quickly too. And then we build up Giles realizing it and trying to get revenge. I don't know, the part that really hit me was actually like right there at the end when Buffy punched Giles and she was like, I can't do this alone, don't leave me. That kind of thing. That's the part that got me too. I kind of wish that scene had gone on for longer. I would have traded any other scene in the episode for like an extra 10 seconds on that scene, but whatever, it was good. I liked that. I didn't cry, but I was tearing up at that point because it's just emotional, right? This entire episode was good. I have to say, like, this is probably like the best episode of the show so far. Maybe, I'm not sure. I'll have to, as I do every time, I have to like sit on it for a couple weeks before I can like give it proper judgment. But right now I feel that it was really good. Because, okay, the thing about Buffy is that there's many episodes in Buffy that are just Monster of the Week. And even if it's not Monster of the Week, it doesn't always feel like there's stakes, you know? Sometimes there is, but it often feels like at the end of the day, the gang's gonna be fine. This is the episode where I actually started worrying a lot. I started first of all worrying for Joyce, and then I started worrying for Jenny. And then Jenny did die. And I'm still worried for Joyce, because this is something I didn't fully think about until like last week, which is the fact that now that Angel is bad and he has this weird obsession with Buffy like he did with Drew, it means that you can torture her any way you want, like literally any way you want. And the thing is that there's a very clear like weak point that Buffy has that is not that relevant to the plot, and the show could just continue to go without this weak point, and it's Joyce. Because I'm thinking like Angel is not gonna just kill Willow. It's not just gonna kill Xander. It's not just gonna kill Jack. I mean, it could happen, but I don't think it would, because it would really mess up the character dynamic, right? I suppose it could kill Cordelia. That would be bad. I can see the dynamic working without Cordelia because we had that for season 1. But Joyce is Buffy's mom, and we literally don't need her for the show to work. So I was thinking, last week, and I don't remember if I said it, but it just came to me. And this week I was worried. I was really worried that Joyce was going to be killed. And we were going to have to deal with a really fucked up, sad episode. And we did, but it wasn't because of Joyce, it was because of Jenny. Jenny is also a character that could be killed, and we would feel it. Because I remember, like, the episode where Jenny showed up, which was the Cyber Demon episode, which is, like, the best episode of the show, really. In that episode, I remember she showed up, and I was, like, excited. I was like, I really like her. I hope she sticks around. And she did for a season, and now we're here. I mean, I will say this, and this is, I don't know if this matters a lot, but this is a supernatural kind of show. So that means that there's always the possibility of her coming back in some weird ghost zombie form for like a little bit. Because I really like sci-fi, and in sci-fi, whenever a character dies, I'm always thinking like, well, are they dead though? Because maybe they are dead in terms of like their body ceased to work. But maybe they can come back as like a weird AI, as like a weird robot, as a ghost in the machine, like as a reincarnation, cloning. Like there's all sorts of ways that the character could come back for the plot. Time travel, of course. Never forget time travel, my favorite concept. But in terms of Buffy, it's kind of the same, because being supernatural means that you can really do whatever the fuck you want. So she could come back at some point. It wouldn't be really her unless it's like a ghost. But like in this episode, there was the orb of whatever that could be used to restore a soul. I think that's what they said. I don't fully remember. Okay, I don't remember what that item did. I will see it during the rewatch when I edit the video. Don't tell me in the comments because I'm gonna overthink it. If I get like 20 comments of people telling me like, oh, the orb works like this, it's gonna make me think, oh, the orb is gonna come back. So a soul is gonna come back. So it's gonna make me overthink it. Don't say anything. But the orb, right? That's a magical item that could do some shit, and maybe she could come back that way as a ghost or something. In the fucking episode, Some Assembly Required earlier in this season, there was a dude that just brought his brother back from the dead as a Frankenstein monster. That could happen. Fuck it. Anything is possible. But that doesn't take away from the emotional thing of seeing my man Giles like this. And seeing Buffy like that too. And man, Giles hasn't had one singular day of happiness in his life. Like, he can't be happy. Like, he just keeps losing everything. He just keeps guilting and shit. And it's like, man, I just wanted to be happy. He deserves it. He doesn't get anything, man. That sucks. I will say, though, something that's very interesting is... So the title of the episode is Passion. And it's also the theme of the episode. And it's something that Angel, as the narrator, which is interesting, has continued to say the entire time. Talking about passion and how that's kind of what life is centered around in some ways. Which is very interesting because it speaks to the fact that Angel has a level of passion for Buffy. It's a very dark, fucked up, evil version of it. But it's still an obsession, right? Which is interesting because the judge did touch Angel and told him you are free of humanity. And I would consider this to be a human quality. I mean, similar to Spike and Drew, I guess. Well, I guess it's different because with Spike and Drew, like, they love each other, I guess. Well, at least Spike, I think, does. Drew, I don't know. The more we go, the less I'm sure about what Drew feels about these two. But I guess with Angel, it's not really love. It's not like he can't live without her. I mean, in a weird way it is, because the scene that really cemented it for me is the scene where he went to Buffy's house just to watch her reaction to the phone call that Giles made telling her that Jenny died. Like, that's the moment that really cemented it for me, because it's this moment of like, Angel is so obsessed with Buffy that he needed to watch a reaction video from her, right? It's like, my guy, like, he didn't need to do that. He just went and did it just because he needed to see how she would react. See her despair, see her sadness, see her breaking, which is similar to what he did to Drusilla. Once again, like, he enjoys seeing these people that he's obsessed with actually break. I don't even know if actually break, because there was that scene at the beginning of the episode where he went inside her house and he watched her sleep and he drew her. By the way, Angel is a really good artist, by the way. I'm jealous. But he did go to her sleeping and he like caressed her cheek and stuff. And that makes me think like he actually does have a connection with her. Like a weird, I mean, it is a weird twisted obsession and he's having fun with it. But also, like, it's difficult to say, like, to what degree it's like a human thing or not. Like, it's very interesting. I have no idea how that works, and how would you compare that to Spike and Drew and what they feel and whatever the fuck the judge said. Yeah, I have no idea how that works. So we'll see later, I guess. This entire episode was really just about passion. It was really about passion and how much that fuels people and how much that breaks people. I am glad that they kind of addressed the fact that Angel can just get inside people's houses. I don't know how he got inside Giles' house. I guess he went inside Giles' house at one point. I don't remember. He probably did. I'm not going to say the show is wrong for that. He probably did. I just don't remember. But yeah, it's something that I was just like, I think they're safe. I think the only people were Buffy and Willow. But no. Apparently he got inside with Giles' house too, and I got worried at that moment because I was thinking maybe Giles would die too in the same episode. That would be fucked up. It would be a lot. I'm fucked up to kill two major main characters in the same episode. Torchwood did it. Buffy could do the same thing, but no. Giles was safe. He only did it just to taunt him and break him. It's interesting, and I'm gonna say something. Is that earlier in the episode when Buffy is talking about like, what am I supposed to do? Just ignore him, pretend it didn't happen? And Giles is like, yeah, actually. I'm thinking like, Giles, come on. Like, you have been way more tactful in the past in order to just say that. But I think that was written just as a contrast to later in the episode, when he's the one that is unable to keep his cool, that he's unable to not be emotional. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go and kill that bitch. Fair, that's good. Like, I get it, right? But like, I think that line early in the episode was literally just there, just to draw the contrast just a lot more. But man, this episode is heavy. It really is heavy. Like, let's talk about the floppy disk, okay? The floppy disk. Younger generation, which I am not a part of, because so I posted on my community page, like, by the way, I will reveal my age now, because I asked people a couple weeks ago, like, hey, how old do you think I am? And people gave me a lot of answers, a lot younger than I actually am. And I just told people, by the way, I'm 26. And a lot of people were like, what? People were like, why, you aren't in your teens? And I'm like, no, I'm 26, bro. Someone told me I'm gonna get carded until like I'm like 40. And I'm like, I get it. Sure, I can see it. But also I never gotten carded before because I don't go outside very much because I'm a hermit. But I know what a floppy disk is, by the way. Y'all don't have to tell me that. I know what a floppy disk is, because I know there's a bunch of like people, there's a bunch of like zoomers that don't know what a floppy disk is. Like, people recognize a floppy disk as like the save icon in a video game, not as an actual thing. And I'm like, man, I'm old. Jenny did save the floppy disk, and I'm generally thinking like, is that gonna come back, or maybe it won't? Like, it is up in the air, because there, in the Buffy universe, there is one item that will save and restore Angel's soul. That exists. That could happen. And I was thinking whenever Angel turned bad again, and I know it's not that simple, you don't have to tell me, but that's easier to say. If you don't want this video to be 2 hours long, I need to simplify things. When Angel turned bad, I said there could be a way for him to turn good again. Jenny could come up with something. She could do some investigating. She could find some book that gives some words for the spell that reverses it or something. Or not reverses it, but makes it happen again or something. That's exactly kind of what happened. She was like, I have this text from, I don't remember what language it was it Romani? And she was like, I'm working on a computer program that can actually translate that and decode it and actually make it so I can recite it. That's perfect. She did the thing. I was thinking she would do something like that. She went and got a magical item that also good. It would do the trick. And then she died. And the thing is that she did manage to leave one crucial plot item that can revert it, like her final message. She did manage to do that. And it's interesting that she did save it on a floppy disk and then printed it, right? But thank God she did, because the whole thing is saved on a floppy disk now. And it's interesting because that means that Angel didn't know what a fucking floppy disk was. You know, angels and zoomers have something in common, man. But yeah, he didn't know what it was, and he didn't destroy it. So that's good. It's good that he didn't know. And it makes sense, right? Because, like, I can imagine a vampire hearing about computers and being like, oh, computers, that's weird. But I get it. I get the concept. And he can, like, see the screen, and he's like, oh, I get that. But a floppy disk is like, what the fuck's that shit? It's like a square. What the fuck is in that square, man? It's just a square. And it's like, no, that square contains data. But the thing is that I can see a future where the gang never finds the floppy disk. I can see it. I can imagine it. Because even at the end of this episode, was it like Buffy narrating or something? I don't remember. But she basically said like, Angel's gone and he'll never come back, as they show the floppy disk. And I'm sitting here like, okay, it's that meant to be like the floppy disk can bring him back, or they will never find the floppy disk and therefore he'll never come back. I'll say the floppy disk will be found. I'll say that. I'll say the floppy disk will be found. I can see a future where it's not, and that would be really tragic, but I will say that it will be found. Because I feel like if they wanted to, like, amplified the tragedy, they would have shown me more of the floppy before. Because whenever that happened, whenever Jenny and Angel met each other and he killed her, whenever that happened, there was only one singular shot of the floppy disk. I remember it because Jenny was like, "Oh, dude, floppy disk, put it back there," and I'm like, "Oh, cool, floppy disk." She saved it, and then she went back to the computer. She started printing and shit, and I'm like, "Oh, she's printing too, I guess." And then Angel showed up, and then the entire situation changed, and the entire time he's destroying everything, he's burning everything, and I'm just sitting here like, but is the floppy disk okay? Because I remember I paid attention, I saw the fucking floppy disk, and they never paid attention to it. Angel didn't mention it, didn't look at it, and Jenny didn't mention nor look at it. And I was thinking she was gonna try to like save it, she was gonna try to like hide it or something. She didn't, she just ran away, which to me means like direction wise, the scene didn't want to make me remember that the floppy disk exists, because maybe I didn't even pay attention. And if I didn't, because that happens a lot, then I wouldn't even know that there was a floppy disk with the spell in it. But if they had showed me the floppy disk or Jenny trying to like get it, which makes me think that that's the heartbreak, is the fact that I know about the floppy disk, but they don't. But because they didn't pay that much attention to it until the very end, it's making me think that it will come back, and that I should remember it because it will come back. So that's what I'm gonna guess, that it will come back, they will find it, and that might be the way that Angel is saved. The thing about that though, is that I'm gonna say Angel's gonna revert back to being good, but then he's just gonna leave. He's just gonna leave town forever. And that's when Angel the show is gonna start. I mean, I need to stop talking about Angel the show because I'm not gonna watch it, but I know about its existence because people ruined them for me a little bit. But I need to factor it into my theorizing, because if I know that exists, then it's the thing I need to think about. But I'm gonna guess that that's probably what it's gonna be, because after the events of this episode, even if Angel goes back to being good, I think any relationship Angel had with the gang is done. Like, I don't think they would be able to just look at him in the face anymore. And I don't think he would be able to look at them in the face anymore either. I feel like Angel's gonna be like, I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm just gonna leave. I don't give a shit about anything anymore. I'm just gonna leave, and I'm gonna be fucking miserable and hate myself for like the next 500 years or something. And he's just gonna leave. He's just gonna go live in Philadelphia or some shit. Like, I don't know. What is like a really he's gonna go to Madagascar, and he's just gonna leave alone there. Well, I guess he needs shelter. Regardless, the point is, I think Angel's just gonna fucking hate himself so much, he's just gonna leave. And even if he didn't, the rest of the gang, like Buffy, Giles, anyone, they're not gonna be able to just like be buddy with him anymore. Because like even if they logically know that Angel and the demon that is Angelus aren't the same person, that doesn't change the fact that they're wearing the same face. And that's the thing, is that you can't really control emotion. Logic doesn't really make sense with emotion. So what I'm guessing is that even if they do revert him back, they're gonna feel really weird about him. And he's gonna be able to tell, and he's just gonna say like, fuck it, I'm just gonna leave. It's gonna be really uncomfortable. So that's my prediction as to what could happen. Will there be more death before that happens? Maybe. I'm worried now. Officially, characters are dying. It started. This is the first one falls down, and I'm guessing there will be more because the show has 7 seasons. Maybe that will be the only one this season, but I don't know. We'll see how this goes. So like characters that could die and not really affect the plot very much. Cordelia, Joyce, Oz, anyone else? I guess those 3 are first on line. They could kill Willow or Sander, but not anytime soon. Also Giles, but not anytime soon. They could kill one of those 3, but not anytime soon. In fact, like, I can imagine like the end of the show being like, I can imagine the end of the show being many things, but I can't imagine the end of the show being something like there's no one left except for like Buffy, right? She's like literally the last one standing. Like in season 7, like we have lost so many people, and then we lose like the final 1 or 2 people that are left, and then it's just her, and she's fucking broken as shit. Like I can see that. I can totally imagine that. I can also imagine a situation. I'm predicting the other show, by the way, but like I can also imagine a situation where like Buffy dies in the final episode, and there's like one person left, and they are the ones that carry on the memory, right? Because again, I just said it earlier. The thing about dead characters is that it's not really about them dying; it's about what's left, right? That's the part that hits you. So yeah, I can. That was a weird tangent I took right now, but I don't know what else to say. I'm looking at the clock here and I need to go cook some food soon. I will go and skim it real quick to see what else I can say about it. And I guess the final tragedy I want to mention is the fact that when they're standing over Jenny's grave, and I do want to mention that when Buffy envisioned Jenny, she envisioned Jenny at like a funeral, at a grave or something. I don't know if that was supposed to be like a hint that's this happening, because it looked like she was mourning someone, which made me think that Giles was gonna die, but no, it was her. So I don't know if there's like a line to draw here, maybe there isn't, but I'll just mention it. But the one thing about that scene that I'm thinking is that Buffy apologized to Giles for not being strong enough to kill Angel when she had the chance, which is true. It's just true. It's just a factual truth. If she had killed Angel during the episode where she blew up the judge with a rocket launcher, which was sick, if she had killed Angel in that episode instead of kicking him in the dick, then this wouldn't have happened. Like, there is a body count that Angel has. He did kill that one girl in like the werewolf episode. He has a body count, and it's important because there is a main character in that body count. So yes, this is gonna wait on Buffy. This is gonna wait on everybody. So this sucks. All right, I think that's gonna be it for this episode review. I'm like skimming through it. Like, this was a very concise, no bullshit like review. And in fact, even the reaction for this episode, like I noticed, like for a majority of the episode was just quiet. I was just sitting here just like, because it was so enthralling. So yeah, I'm sorry if I didn't say much, and I'm sorry if this is quick. I'm just gonna go make myself some food now. Man, this episode is something. I really liked it. I really like this episode, honestly. It's so weird that Buffy works like this. Previous week we had Xander gets every woman in the city, maybe country, maybe world, horny for him. And then this episode, we do this shit. And it's like, fucking whoa. I really like this episode. I really did. Okay, I'm just gonna go now. Thank you so much for watching this reaction episode to Buffy, guys. See you next time. And alright everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode reaction to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. If you would like to watch the next 2 episode reactions, you can already do so over at the Patreon. Check out the link in the description below, social media, also stuff that I do. See you guys next time. Take care everybody. Bye bye.